Hello guys, so I wanted to make this really quick video. This is a continuation of just graphing linear functions using slope and y-intercept. So now we're going to do a different problem, and this is a different example than the previous one that we did. And so it tells us here, graph the linear function and state the slope and the y-intercept. So this time we have negative x minus 3. Now, the first thing that we have to know is the form of the slope-intercept form of a line. So the slope-intercept form of a line, the slope-intercept form is the following, and it is y equals, and this is mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. Okay, and like I said, slope is defined as rise over run. So let me just go ahead and put m, which is slope, is defined as rise over, and I'll just put run. Okay, so using these definitions, right, and also one more thing, the y-intercept, so the y-intercept is going to be a coordinate which is 0, comma b. In this case, we call the y-intercept b in terms of y equals b, right? Just like I did in the previous video. So using all of this information, we know that from this equation here, we can rewrite this as y equals, and we're going to say negative, and actually we're going to do negative 1 x plus negative 3, right? Now, the one thing to note here is that you should not get confused, and so what I'm trying to say here is this whole thing is the slope. It's not 1, it's negative 1. So really it's y equals, and I know it's going to be negative x plus negative 3. So really it's going to be y equals negative 1 x plus negative 3. Oops. So using all this information, we know the y-intercept is of the form 0b. Here, our b, which is our y-intercept, is b is equal to negative 3. And we know that the y-intercept is the coordinate 0 and negative 3. So the first thing we do to graph this function is plot the point 0, negative 3, so right here. And then our slope is negative 1. So really, again, this right here is our slope. It's not 1, it's negative 1. So whenever there's a negative like this right here, our slope is negative. So again, I'm going to say that my slope, and we know that slope is rise over run, right? This is what slope means, right? And so I know that it's going to go like this. I know that my slope is negative 1, so m is negative 1, right? And I know that I can rewrite this as negative 1 over 1, right? So this means that I'm going to go down 1 and right 1. So down 1 unit, which is defined by this expression here, and to the right 1 unit, which is defined by this expression here. Again, slope is the change in y over the change in x. So I'm just writing all these things down again so that we understand what I'm talking about. So, and again, it's rise over run, so rise over run. Okay, so this, we're going to go up 1 to the right 1. Up 1 to the right 1. Or actually, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, no. Down 1 to the right 1. Excuse me. Down 1 to the right 1. Down 1 to the right 1. So you see how we're going down 1 unit and to the right 1 unit because our slope is negative. We need, it's really negative x, so there's a negative 1 there. That is our slope. It's rise over run. So down 1, right 1, down 1, right 1, down 1, right 1. And again, we're doing a reflection. So we know that our slope is negative 1 over 1. But this is also equal to 1 over negative 1. So we're going to go up 1 from this point to the left 1 unit. So really, this is going to be up 1 to the left 1, 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 up 1 to the left 1. Okay, so now that we kind of plotted all these points, the last thing to do is to just trace our line. And this is kind of the idea of slope, right? It's rise over run. It's really the change in y over change in x. And so, and like I said, our y-intercept is right here. That is our y-intercept, 0, negative 3. Right? And again, our slope, we went up 1, so it goes like this. Actually, hold on. We went down 1, so it goes negative 1 here, and to the right 1, which was 1 here. And it goes the change in y, so again, I'm going to just repeat it. Change in y, which was negative 1, over change in x, which is right here. And we just keep following that pattern until we finally plot all the points and then draw a straight line, because this is a linear function. So that is it for this video, guys. I really tried to, like I said, I'm really trying to not make it so long, but I also don't want to, expect anybody to understand exactly what I'm talking about. That's why I want to make it very clear. If this is confusing, let me know. If there's something you're confused about, or if you need me to explain more on what slope is and what I'm talking about when it comes to that, please let me know. I did do a previous video about it, just regarding like what slope actually meant. And I do have a lot of other videos on that. But with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. And also, please like, comment, and or subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.